The story of the Battle of Great Bridge that occurred on December the 9th, 1775 is really the first battle worthy of the name that occurs in Virginia at the beginning of the Revolutionary War. It's important because a royal governor, Lord Dunmore, is trying to reassert his control over a colony he's lost control of. At the same time, Virginians are beginning to explore the possibilities that may present themselves getting rid of royal authority and thinking along the lines that hasn't happened yet, but it will, towards eventual independence of the Virginia colony, and as a bigger part of that story, the independence of 13 colonies that will become the United States. But this was the first pitched battle that occurred in Virginia, and it is in many instances considered to be an equivalent to what had happened at Bunker Hill in June of 1775 in Massachusetts. What we're attempting to do here in the city of Chesapeake, close to the site of the original battle, is engage in an activity called living history or reenactment, to recreate in a small way what actually happened here during the Battle of Great Bridge. We don't have as many soldiers on the field, but we do have a pretty fair representation of both sides in terms of the military assets that they brought to bear. On the south side of the bridge was where the Virginia forces were gathered. They were men who came from all over the colony, but had been amalgamated in Williamsburg into a single regiment, the 2nd Regiment, under command of Colonel William Woodford. Another group that was here was the Culpeper Minute Battalion. These men came from a military district that included, of course, Culpeper, but also Fauquier County and Orange County. These men were armed largely with the American long rifle, a much more accurate long-ranged weapon. This year is more important because it's the 250th anniversary. The public who comes out here will be able to see a demonstration of what actually occurred here at Great Bridge in 1775, but they can also get up close and personal and talk to many of the participants. They can look at the uniforms up close, they can get a sense of the weight of the weapons, they can see them up close and get an explanation for how these weapons functioned and how these people fought. So they get a chance to see the black powder smoke, to smell the black powder smoke, to see the soldiers, to hear commands given, to hear artillery. All these sort of things will add to their experience if they come out for the commemoration. We do this every year. It's usually the Saturday which is closest to the date of December 9th. That was the actual date of the battle. Those of us in the living history community are very appreciative of is the way that the city of Chesapeake supports this activity. For people who, in many instances, have come from very far away to participate in this event, appreciate that hospitality from the city of Chesapeake.